Oh, you want your own goat? Yes. That's wonderful. Joy, what else? Fun. Yeah, life should be about fun. And if your life is not about fun, the question really is, what can I do to create fun in my life? And there's always something that we can do to create a little bit more fun in our life. So let's begin with prayer. Let's do a spoken word prayer. And we'll begin with, I am divine. I live a life of love. I am prosperous. I live joyfully. I make connections with others that support my well-being. I recognize I belong in this spiritual community. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am loved. And so it is, and so we let that be in truth. Remember, we say statements of truth, affirmations of truth, not to make them true, but because they are our truth. And what we're doing is we're conditioning our consciousness to stand in truth. And that's what you've been doing. Thank you so much. Thank you for being who you are and what you bring to this spiritual community. Reverend Mindy and I are going to do some announcements for you.
Okay, announcements.
You have the first one.
Okay, first is Understanding Your Chakra Power is a class that's continuing on Saturdays at 10:30 in the classroom, which is accessed on the north side of the building.
I heard it was a lot of fun yesterday. We also have Divine Audacity next week. It is a small group ministry that we have opened up and begun doing. We'll be meeting in here. Read the chapter on understanding from the book Divine Audacity. It will be at 11:45 next Sunday morning.
Okay, so not this Friday, but next Friday. Say next Friday is Java Time with the Ministers. We're meeting at the Starbucks that's right by Costco at Southern and Sossaman, so it's convenient for some people. We just get together to have fun, have community. Somebody might ask a metaphysical question or two. Or not, we can talk about TV shows you're watching. I mean, it's really about just being with each other.
Yeah, one of the best things in the world. And today at 12:30, we have Harmonious Relationships with Mary Andrew.
Or if you read the slide, it's 12:15.
Oh, whoops. Whoops, I would have made you late.
Okay, I'll say 12:15. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Well, you know, what can we say? Let's have fun. So, I'm going to invite you to stand as you are able, and we're going to sing I Walked and I Walked.
Just couldn't be contented.
great, you did great, you did great.
Yay.
You did great, Jay, you did great, Jay.
I know.
It was a new song for this community.
We have intergenerational moment on the third Sunday of each month, and today we have the honor and the pleasure of hearing from Dave Perry.
Hi. This is harder than I thought it would be. Oh. My journey, my story starts, I was trained as a Catholic. Everyone's got a similar kind of a story, right? Trained as a Catholic in an elementary school. But at the same time, my dad was he was exploring Buddhism. And that was his journey, his alone, so I didn't really learn anything specific from it, maybe some osmosis. But I did happen to meet the 16th Karmapa during that time. This was a small conservative town, not a small town, it was a big town, but pretty conservative. So, I had those experiences of, suddenly I can't play with my friend anymore because, theirs is a Christian family. Not always, not all the way on, love and compassion kind of thing all the time. And then, so into early adulthood, I tried out a few churches. Nothing really clicked, and a few sort of evangelical types tried me. That whole kind of pushy thing, that didn't work either. Along the way, explored some ideas, a little bit of Bart Ehrman, and ultimately we ended up married and daughter, and we found ourselves here at Unity. And Unity's a great place, warm and welcoming. Every place starts out warm and welcoming, right? But it's not always all the way there. So in here at Unity, we found a place that we enjoy, where we can explore our spirituality, not short on the love, compassion, forgiveness idea. So we really like it here. Elizabeth loves it here. And we're just really happy to be here. Thank you.
So much, Dave.
Hi everyone, special day today, Kiss the Goat if you haven't heard, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'd like to invite Holland and Katie up here with me. So first of all, I'm going to ask Holland to lead us in today's affirmation.
I am open to receiving divine understanding. Please say it with me. I am open to receiving divine understanding.
Thank you. And now we have an announcement. Whose photo is on the front of this container? Whose photo is this?
Reverend Nikki.
She is our leader right now. Hold it up high. But that could all change, because after we have our service and go out to the garden for our hospitality and our event, you still have a minute or two to change that. Anything could happen. I think Aaron is a close contender. Erica and Paul are also in the mix, so it's never too late, right? So we'll be announcing who is the winner, who gets to kiss the goat. Please come and enjoy the fun. This is a fundraiser for our youth to send them to camp, to rallies, for their supplies, all sorts of fun things that we do to support their spiritual growth. So thank you to our amazing congregation for your support. So, girls, you can stay here. I'm going to make the announcements. Yes, we know that one. And then on Friday, February 28th, here in the sanctuary, it will be converted to a festival of sound for all generations. So come along, it's going to be wonderful. Thanks to Anne for organising this. She's one of our YFM parents, and it's going to be a wonderful night. All right, so with that, let's say our blessing to the children, and then we're going to sing them out to class. Children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are.
You could become a great horseman and help to free yourself in this world, though only if you in prayer become sweet lovers. It's a naive man who thinks that we are not engaged in a fierce battle, for I see and I hear brave foot soldiers all around me who are going mad, falling on the ground in excruciating pain. You could become a victorious horseman and carry your heart through this world like a life-giving sun, though only if you and God become sweet lovers.
Rising tides, tears you cry, every night seem never ending. But that's just life. The last goodbye, high and dry, it leaves you empty. You might think your world is ending, but it won't. You might think you need to give up, but you don't. 'Cause you don't have to move a mountain, just keep moving. Every move is a new emotion, and you don't have to find the answers, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, the storms subside again, and this is not the end. And you will love again. Summer rain, day by day, sadness fades, the wound is healing. You might think your world is ending, but it won't. You might think you need to give up, but you don't. 'Cause you don't have to move a mountain, just keep moving. Every move is a new emotion, and you don't have to find the answers, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, the storms subside again, and this is not the end. Whoa. just keep moving. Every move is a new emotion. And you don't have to find the answers, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, the storms subside again, and this is not the end. And you will love, you will love, you will love again.
I think she's a keeper. Okay, just a little verklempt. So powerful, thank you. We have been taught about the importance of Valentine's Day since we were in elementary school. And if you recall, or maybe you didn't have this experience, but I had the experience of making Valentines for my friends. And you had to make them for everybody, because everybody in class had a shoebox on their desk with a little slot, and you put your Valentines in there. And the theme and the message of the Valentines was pretty simple, and yet it was far beyond our understanding as third graders. Be my Valentine. Be my Valentine. The Reader's Digest magazine had some really creative examples about Valentines that people got. One woman told the story about her husband having a favorite pair of red plaid pants. I don't know anybody who has red plaid pants, so it's probably an East Coast thing. But anyway, he had this favorite pair, and she noticed that the zipper was broken. So she took the zipper to get it repaired, and then she had it gift wrapped, and she put a big red heart on it, and it said, "My heart pants for you." Wasn't it cute? She thought she was so clever, like the cleverest person in the house, until she walked through the living room, and then right there next to the fireplace in the wood box, which had been empty, was now overflowing with chopped wood and a big red heart that said, "Would you be my Valentine?" Pretty cute. There was a woman who wrote into Reader's Digest magazine and talked about her husband, who was a CPA for the first 3.5 months of the year, worked 15 hours a day for 7 days a week. But he did take time to order her flowers for Valentine's Day. And as he went to compose the card, he said, "Roses are red, violets are blue. If I didn't spend my time thinking of you, I'd probably be through." Sweet. There's another story about a man who worked for a lawnmower parts warehouse, and somehow he got it in his mind that his wife didn't want a card. Whew, he didn't have to get one. And then that afternoon, he was talking to her on the phone, and she talked about the card she got him and was excited about the card he was going to bring home to her, and he panicked. So he looked around and said, "Well, what have I got? What are my resources?" And all around the showroom were these magazines with lawnmowers. And so he cut them up, and then he made a card and wrote it, "I lawn for you, mower and mower each day." This kind of love is unquantifiable. Right? And we think about love as being unquantifiable or unmeasurable, but science tries to be exact and measure the benefits of love. In a survey by University of Pittsburgh, they studied women who were in good marriages, and they noticed that women who were in marriages that they reported as good, there were lower instances of cardiovascular disease. I'm sure somewhere there's a study that says the same for men, but I couldn't find it. Okay, leads to a longer, life. Living a longer life. The National Longitude Morbidity Group has been studying over 1 million of people since 1979 and about living longer and looking at the factors that contribute to living these longer lives. And anyone who is in a committed relationship or says that they're in a committed relationship has lower instances of heart disease, fewer heart attacks. They have fewer cases or diagnoses of cancer. They also have a report that they catch fewer viruses and even have fewer instances of pneumonia. When it comes to define what a committed relationship is, it's not just about your spouse or your partner. We know this. It's about being in a relationship with pets. Being in a relationship, a committed relationship with your pet, leads to all these things: the longer life, a healthier heart, fewer instances of cancer. So when somebody gives you the joke about crazy cat ladies, you know that they're old because they're in a committed relationship with their cats. And then this third one is a University of Iowa study that studied women who had ovarian cancer and noticed that around the site of their tumor, there were a higher number of those killer cells, those cancer killer cells. It's a specific kind of white cell that actually attacks the tumor itself. Those women who were in committed relationships. So there's lots of benefits to love. And if anything comes up, just tell your doctor, I know what the prescription is. It's to have a romantic getaway, or it's to go on a girls' night out, or it's to go on a men's retreat. It's whatever you can do to begin to build the bonds and reinforce love in your life. We've been talking about love for a really, really long time as human beings. In the New Revised Standard Version, which is Unity's official version of the Bible, love is mentioned 731 times. That's a lot of times to be mentioned in the Bible. Jesus in the book of Mark said, love your neighbors as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. And what Jesus was actually doing was he was restating Leviticus. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against any of your people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And then Jesus got really radical. He said, those immersed in the love, he said, it's not there. But what did he say? Love your enemies. Yeah, he got really radical and said, love your enemies. The whole teaching about love predates Judeo-Christian roots. If we went to the Jain tradition, which is the oldest religion in the world, love, which is free from birth, old age, disease, death, grief, pain, and fear, is eternal, blissful, and the nature of pure delight. In the Hindu tradition, with the consciousness unified through love, they see everything with an equal eye. It's not about the same, everybody being the same. It's having that same priority so that we have the consciousness of love all the time. And then from the Sikh tradition, in their scripture, the Adi Granth, it says, those immersed in the love of God feel love for all things. Feel love for all things. I know I've mentioned before and talked a little bit before about how unity is a part of a bigger philosophy called New Thought. New Thought is recorded in the writings of Plato and has come through his mysticism over the centuries. And in the 19th century actually came once again into our consciousness as a people, as human beings, because we were concerned about finding a mind cure for the illnesses that we were experiencing in our body. Now, this woman, Emma Curtis Hopkins, is really a leader in early New Thought. And the reason why I put her picture up is because you can say, wow, a real person wrote this. She is known as the teacher of teachers. She taught the Fillmores, who founded Unity. She taught Melinda Kramer and Nona Brooks, who founded Divine Science. She taught Ernest Holmes, who founded Religious Science, which now we call Science of Mind. And out of Science of Mind came Michael Beckwith and Agape. So she's really the teacher of teachers, and she's one of the people we look to as our guru when we can decipher her writings. But this one is really simple. All people will change. All people will change when you know that they are loved. We shall change when we know that we ourselves are formed out of love. All is love. There is nothing in all the universe but love. I really appreciate knowing that we shall change. It's not like we have to go out and change anybody else. We will change when we know that we ourselves are formed out of love. In Unity, the definition of love is the energy that emanates from the heart, wanting nothing but the best for the object of its affection. What if we were the object of our affection? Another definition of love we use in Unity, it is the harmonizing and healing power in the universe. What if we were the ones who were inviting ourselves into that healing and harmonizing power? For when we heal and harmonize ourselves, when we consider ourselves the object of our affection, everything changes. Everything changes. Think about an analogy where love is a river. Love is a river, and we have two choices as we are love in the river. We can flow down the river or flow in the river. It doesn't have to be a direction. We can flow in the river and have an experience of life. Or we can start to spin in our mind and start to think about thoughts, and we can push ourselves to the side and create an eddy. In fact, then we're not really flowing in the river of life. We're not really flowing in the river of love. We're not having an experience other than the spin, spin, spin of that eddy, which usually collects dirt and twigs and having an experience and thinking about the experience. Experience, by its very definition, is an act of living through an event or events. It's personal involvement or an observation of events. Thinking is a colossal waste of very frustrating time when we think about being the river of love. Thinking is like mind stuff. Experience is heart stuff. It's heart stuff. In his book, Learning to Love Yourself by Gay Hendricks, he has a scale. And I think sometimes it's easier for us to see the scale and see where we are on the scale and see how we bounce around on the scale and recommit to being above that red line. But number one is hoping we can love ourselves. Well, I hope I can love myself. It's really making an affirmation of what I don't have, and it pushes that hope, that desire outside of myself. So it's really thinking about what I don't have. It's like, I feel depressed. Gee, I hope I feel better soon. Wishing is pretty much the same strategy. I wish, my mother used to say, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Metaphysically, what are beggars? Beggars are people who have lack consciousness. They're not just people who stand on street corners. They're people like you and I who have lack consciousness, saying, gosh, I wish this hadn't happened, or I wish this would happen. It's taking ourselves out of the present moment. It's taking ourselves into spinning in one of those eddies. And then number 3, deciding. We are love. There's no choice about it. Remember, Emma Curtis Hopkins says, all is love. We're love. We're born from love. We're made from love. It's not like saying, gee, should I choose between having crunchy peanut butter or smooth peanut butter? Or is it left or right? Is it Bach or the Beatles? It's not an either or. Deciding to love yourself, it's like you already do. It's like take away the stuff in your mind that's in between you and the recognition that you are loved. Now, believing in this context, believing you should love yourself, really is insidious thinking, because beliefs are thoughts that we've attached to an experience. Beliefs are thoughts that we've attached to something else. So let's say you go hiking in Lost Dutchman State Park, and you're in this gorgeous desert place. You have an experience of enlightenment. The belief is that you have to go to Lost Dutchman State Park to have that experience. See how you've linked up an experience with a thought that is a belief. So it's just like when you want to have that, or you've had that deep experience in meditation and you happen to have listened to a song first, then you think, oh, every time I listen to this song, I'm going to have that deep experience in meditation. It's like life doesn't work that way. Believing is like saying, well, I'll love myself. I could love myself if I lost weight, or I could love myself if I had a perky nose. I could love myself. You can fill in the blank. So like, I could love myself if I had enough money. Oh, yeah, me too. It's a belief. It's a belief that takes us out of the present moment. It disassociates the experience from all that thought. So enlightenment, deep meditation, loving ourselves, self-love actually has nothing to do with belief. It has everything to do with you, because you are love. Reasoning that you are lovable is something I'm really good at, and maybe you are too. My minister told me that I'm lovable. Therefore, I'm lovable, I think, right? I'm old enough to recognize that I'm lovable, right? I'm going to reason things out. But the breakthrough comes when we accept ourselves just the way we are. It's not like accepting is giving away our power. It's like accepting is saying, I'm going to start fighting with all these useless thoughts in my mind. I'm going to stop fighting with that, and I'm going to open up space for an experience of self-love. Accepting is the gateway. And then experiencing love for ourselves is, I'm willing, even being willing to experience it is an experience. And then recognizing number 8 is being willing to be the source of love, where that's where we're full on recognizing that we have 100% of the divine within us. We are that Christ light. We are every one of those 12 powers. We are love. We are love. So what is it going to take for us to have an experience of self-love? What is it going to take for us to have an experience of love at all? The Prophet Muhammad says, kindness. Kindness is a first step in loving yourself and others. He actually said, being kind, I'm not going to get it right, but being kind leads to an expression of beauty. So think about, you are kind, you are beautiful. Just try it out by being kind and looking at somebody who's sitting not too far away from you and turn to them and say, you are kind, you are beautiful. You are kind, you are beautiful. That's so easy, right? To go and to have this outward experience. I mean, we're trained to have outward experiences of love. Love your neighbor, love your brother, love your God, love, love, love. But now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes so you don't have to worry about what anybody else is doing around you. Put your hands over your chest, close your eyes and take a breath and say, I am kind. I am beautiful. Take a breath. I am kind and I am beautiful. It sets us on a trajectory. It gives us that first experience in this moment of feeling love for ourselves. When you came in, the ushers or someone should have given you a Valentine. I couldn't find enough shoe boxes for everybody. But on one side of this Valentine's card is an invitation for inspiration from the Queen of Self-Love herself, from Louise Hay. And what I'd like to do is read it aloud, and then I'm going to invite you to take your Valentine card home and read it every night before you go to sleep, and every morning, not long after you wake up. We have 7 sleeps in 7 days until the next time we gather as a community. And I guarantee you, you will be inspired to take or to engage in at least one experience of loving yourself. So let's read this together. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I am always divinely protected and guided. It is safe for me to look within myself. It is safe for me to look into the past. It is safe for me to enlarge my viewpoint of life. I am far more than my personality, past, present, or future. I now choose to rise above my personality, to recognize the magnificence of my being. I am totally willing to learn to love myself. All is well in my world. Let's take that into a time of meditation. A recognition that you are magnificent and that all is well in your world. Let's sing, We Let It Be. Let it be.
We be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
We do let the love wash over us. We let the love support us. And we recognize that we are one with love. We are that energy that emanates from the heart, wanting nothing but the best for ourselves and for the world. We are the harmonizing and healing energy of the universe. And we decide to flow, to experience all that life has to offer, to nurture that primary relationship, the one that we have with ourselves, to be the source of our own love. To commit to seeing ourselves with that one eye of love. We are magnificent human beings. We are phenomenally powerful spiritual beings. We are whole. We have within us the spiritual pattern for perfection. And we take these truths now into the time of holy and sacred silence. We let this love, this wisdom, these whispers, these currents, these expressions actively move into our life as experiences. Loving ourselves, loving others, loving all creatures, loving our planet Earth, being the love. As we come back to this time and this place, we say, so it is, so we let it be. We open our eyes to the light that we are, to the light that Unity of Mesa is. Appreciating ourselves for being right where we are today, to loving the best we can love, to living the most we can live. All is well. All is well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Reverend Mindy. Meditation's my favorite. It's that time now to remember our community, providing an offering. It's actually providing for ourselves as well. Ushers are coming up. Thank you. There's several ways to give, support our Unity community. There's texting, the Vanco app. They're open in the bookstore right behind you, in person and through regular mail. Let's say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you.
Hey, oh my, open up, hey, oh my. Hey, oh my, open up, hey, oh my. I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Now everybody say, hey, 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 I love me. They gon' say all kinds of things, don't make jokes about my name. They gon' try to clip my wings, but I'm gon' fly. They'll try to play me like a game. I bet they're so tired of the fame, but I can see clear when I'm looking in the mirror saying God made me just right. I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Now everybody say, hey, 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 I love me. Because I'm sexy and it ain't my fault. I ain't waiting on nobody's call. You don't want me, baby, that's your loss. I'll be fine. And you can tell by the way I talk, and you can tell by the way I walk, that I can see clear when I'm looking in the mirror saying God made me just right. I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Now everybody say, hey, 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 I love me. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. I love all y'all, but I love me the most. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. I love all y'all, but I love me the most. Go and raise your glass, give me sauce and toast. I love all y'all, but I love me the most. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. I love all y'all, but I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Now everybody sing, hey, 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 I love me. Everybody sing, hey, 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 I love me.
Hey, yay, yay, okay.
Let's bless this offering with our love. We are one with the opulence of God. We are now in the flow of infinite abundance, and we give thanks for the prosperity that is ours by divine right. All right. We have hospitality outside. We also have kissing that goat outside in a little bit. There's actually 2 goats there. One is 17 days old. His name is Lunchbox. Yeah, he's about this big.
And the kissable one is Cricket.
And the kissable one is Cricket. And I don't know, I haven't met Cricket yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So let's play together today in this way. The the chaplains are, who's the chaplain today? Delane, Erica, Sharon,
And
Judy. Yay! Thank you so much. Bring your concerns, bring your hallelujahs, bring your sadness if you're not the one to kiss the goat. You know, all things can come into prayer as we pray with each other, lifting each other's hearts up.
Yes.
So,
Loving ourselves is not what we were trained to do. So affirmations help. The card helps. Commitment helps. Persistence helps. If you're looking for more support, there are a number of Louise Hay books in our bookstore. All is well. All is well. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All is well.
I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. And everybody say, hey, hey, hey. I love me. I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. And everybody say, hey, 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 I love me.